There's some skills I like to train in a repetitive manner, using treats to both reward the behavior and reset the dog at the same time for their next approach. I love to train weave entries and exits using this method. In this clip, I send Jay to the poles and throw treat forward to a position where her next entry will be different from her prior attempt. I throw the treat forward or off to the side, both to reinforce the weaves, but also to ensure that her next attempt might be an angled approach from the opposite side. If I want to work specifically on straight speed entries, I might throw the reward a long distance forward so she has more momentum on the next entry. Sometimes I change position to place myself either forward of the weaves or behind them to work on sending her ahead or entering with me forward of the first pole. I vary every entry, but keep in mind my possible goal of specific entries I might need to work on with her. I usually do a half dozen sets of poles and take a quick break, toss a toy, and have a game of tug before I start again. I can also use my reward reset cookie from my hand. As Jay finishes the poles, I reward from my hand and resend her to weave again. While she weaves, I change my position slightly so her next attempt forward to the poles is slightly different. Rewarding from my hand is both reinforcing and proofing that she completes all the poles before coming to me for treats. When I first introduced jump training, I reward the dog for taking the jump on my verbal cue of over. Again, the placement of my thrown reinforcement positions Jay for a different angle approach on the jump. In some cases, I'm building lateral distance after a sit stay. From whichever position I cue the jump and reward Jay, I swing her into position at my side and use the treat to both reward her for the last attempt and reset her at my side for the next one. A recurring theme on this kind of training is that I'm not throwing a reward to my dog and then needing to use more rewards to help position her for the next attempt. I'm saving time and keeping the game moving very quickly from one attempt to the next, while continuing to ask often for slightly more difficult approaches to the obstacle.
Good girl. Good girl. Yay! Sit. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Break. Sit. Go.
In wrap the wing training, I asked her to wrap the wing in a full 360-degree circle, then bring her to my opposite side. This way she gets balanced work on both sides, and I get a dog who quickly wraps the wing, then returns to me.
Yay! Good girl. Push. Nice. Push. Good girl. Push. Good job. Push. Super girl. Push. Yay! Push. Push. Nice. Good girl. Hit it. Yes.
In the mat work, I use both reward from the hand and a resend forward, as well as a thrown reward to different locations after the hit of the mat, so that my dog has a different approach each time.
Run. Yes. Run. Yes. Run. Yes. Run. Yes. Run. Yes. Run. Yes. Run. Yes.
When training tunnel sends or tunnel throttles, I reposition myself while Jay is in the tunnel, and I continue to move my position further and further away from the tunnel entrance. Where I feed Jay from my side both rewards a tunnel skill, as well as positions her for the next send. In some cases, I'm also reinforcing her for coming close to my position because I was stationed as she entered the tunnel.
Yay! Good girl. Choo, choo, choo. Yay! Good girl. Choo, choo, choo. Yay! Good girl. Choo, choo. Yay! Good girl. Choo, choo. Yay! Good. Choo, choo, choo. Yay! Good girl.
On the 2020 box drills, I also use the reward restart scenario. Sometimes I release Jay as soon as she is in 2 on 2 off position. Other times I throw the cookie up forward of her position and she waits for her release before running to get the treat.